The desegregation of public schools in Dallas presents an interesting study in statistics. The figures released by the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare indicate that the number of black students attending predominantly white schools jumped last fall 650%, which increased the number of black students in white schools from less than 3% to about 15%. But despite all this, the number of black students in predominantly white schools in Dallas is still less than half the national average.
I don't think the HEW study was a valid one for several reasons. Number one, I think we should be only compared to cities of similar size and similar minority makeup. Number two, I think we should look at how integration occurred. It was one-sided with the busing of 5,000 blacks. The third factor involved is that we have not really integrated at the elementary level, and I'm wondering how valid integration is unless it begins at the elementary level. And finally, I think we should concern ourselves not with being compared with other cities, but what is right for the children of Dallas.
Channel 8 News conducted an informal survey of other members of the Dallas School Board, and of those contacted, each of them agreed with Dr. Conrad that what is really important is doing what's right for public education in Dallas. Jack Hill, Channel 8 News on the Move.
City officials in Waco feel not only that the $2.5 million convention center will bring convention business to the city, but will act as a cultural center and a uniting influence for the city. In fact, Mayor Karl May officially opened the complex today with a plea for togetherness.
Let's all pledge ourselves, together, separately, to do what we can to make Waco a better place in which to live, to be brothers with each other, sisters with each other, to to have a togetherness that causes us all to pull together in such a way that we can't lose. Thank you very much for being here today. And now, I've cut a lot of ribbons, but I suspect that this is the proudest moment of my life, and probably I hope the smoothest ribbon cutting that I've ever given. That's pretty excellent.
The problems in the state of Texas, unfortunately, are not vastly different from the ones in New York, in California, or in any number of other states. There's been a great deal of progress made in Texas. As a former superintendent of the Austin State School, I've seen some of this progress on a very personal level. However, a great deal needs to be done here in Texas.
The official opening of the center today featured free entertainment and refreshments while Wacoans filed through the complex. The center now has meeting rooms holding 3,000 and 1,500 people respectively, plus many smaller meeting rooms on the lower level. Still partially under construction, the entire complex is scheduled to be finished by the end of the coming summer. Featured at the entrance to the center will be a freedom fountain, reminding Wacoans and conventioneers of their democratic heritage. The center is booked every night this week as citizens go all out for their grand opening. Phil Reynolds, Channel 8 News on the Move.
During the last few days, the news media conditions that exist at the Willowbrook
belongs to you. And I pledge to you that we'll use it in a way that will be meaningful, in a way that will cause all of you to be happy that it's here. But you have to work with us, as you well know, to make it really work. And the togetherness of all this city to be tied up right now in a way that will be meaningful for many years to come.